So I asked you, what are the most overrated movies? And like a good YouTuber, I decided to look at your responses. Not gonna lie, I was kind of shocked by some of your responses. You people are wild. And you know what? I'm gonna throw some of you under the bus. I'm sorry, but I have to. Let's do this. So let's start off with a nice softball. James Bethany, 7896, said this. Crash, 2004. Listen, this is a very, very easy one to navigate. It's trash. Absolute trash. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say that I wasn't one of the people that thought it was a masterpiece when I first saw it. I thought all these interwoven stories, all these beautiful, poetic narratives, all kind of eloping, was something that I've never seen before. Upon reflection, it's trash. It's over-dramatized. It has simple answers. It has simple questions. And really, it's kind of racist. For a film about racism that's trying to show everyone that it's not racist, it's a damn racist film. Now, I'm not saying the filmmaker set out to make it racist. He tried to do the opposite, but by doing that, he made it racist. It's trash. Fit is dead. AT29. Barbie. Okay, let's just put this in perspective for a second. The Barbie movie, which came out in 2023, was trash. Come closer. Come. That's it. It was trash. Now, I said this when it first came out. I watched it and I was very happy to listen to people's ideas and their thoughts, but it's trash. Because ultimately, just like Crash, this movie sets out to be a poetic and storytelling masterpiece and trying to weave in some political messages whilst it's at it. And in doing so, it almost becomes sexist. Because the best character, I think everyone will agree, was the male character. Oh, I have feeling. In fact, if you put a gun to my head and ask me to say, what are the 3 traits of Barbie? I'm dead, baby. Okay, so I gave you a couple of curveballs. I was happy to go through these little curveballs with you guys. Absolutely fine. But now we're going to get a little bit controversial. Listen, these are just the opinions of other people. I didn't say this, okay? I am going to comment on it, so I did say it, but I didn't suggest them. I'm just commenting on what people have suggested. Okay, let's do this. Now, this name, I don't even, but it's on the screen. Scarface. Okay. Opinion on Scarface. As a kid, I loved it. Guns, swearing, Al Pacino, his awful Cuban accent, which, at the time I thought was incredible. It's actually kind of bad, but, it's a good performance. I'm a huge Al Pacino fan. I happen to think, he was my favorite actor of all time. I think that's the case right now, but
creamy goodness, I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
He was. And Brian De Palma blowing things up. Listen, you got all the ingredients of brilliance. It's a remake of the original 1931 classic. I think that's the right year. I'll fact check myself here. And guess what? It's trash.
Hey, who the fuck do you think you're talking to, huh?
Listen, Scarface as a gangster movie, if you compare it to, for example, The Godfather.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
Scarface is like, you go into a fast food chain, you look up at the menu, you look down, you see the sales assistant, they're not happy, they're on minimum wage.
I know, I used to work minimum wage, and when I did, I wasn't lucky enough to have a job the society deemed tip-worthy.
And you order yourself a big fat Big Mac, fries. You know what? I'll get a milkshake as well. Oh, your milkshake machine's not working. Okay, cool. Surprise, surprise. Why is it always broken? So you get yourself a nice fat Coke. Not Diet Coke, not Coke Zero, fat, full fat Coke. And you know what? I'll take an apple pie too, bro. I'll take a little apple pie. I will.
It's not what it looks like.
That's Scarface. The Godfather is, you walk into an elegant restaurant, the waiter takes your jacket, he places you on your seat, and he gives you some time to look at the menu. And when you finally decide what you want, he comes over and he asks you in the most elegant voice, "What would you like to order, sir?" And you order it, and it comes through, and it's hot. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just perfect. And when you eat it, you don't even want dessert. It's beautiful. That is The Godfather. And Scarface is just loud, brash, disgusting. Up until Goodfellas, and again, just fact checking from my head here, up until Goodfellas in 1990, I believe Scarface was the film with the most ever swearing, the most ever violence. They had to cut some scenes out. It's gratuitous. gratuitous? It's gratuitous? It's gratuitous. It's gratuitous. We'll go with that.
Gratuitous.
Anyway, listen, I agree. The Scarface is overrated. Anyway, let's move on to the next controversial one. This one, oh my God. But before you do that, do you think maybe you could hit the subscribe button, hit the like button? I'm not asking for much. It's easy to do. It doesn't cost you anything. And all you have to do is just literally pause the video and do those things. Very easy. Thank you. Film Essentials, The Dark Knight. Now, I was a hater when The Dark Knight first came out. I was like, why are they replacing the Joker? Jack Nicholson's Joker is going to be the best Joker ever. Why replacing this ridiculous, oh my God, this is terrible. Oh, I'm not even going to watch the film. I didn't even watch it. I didn't even go to cinema to watch it. And then when I first finally watched it at home, I was like, this is average. Doesn't matter. The trash. Christopher Nolan, he's lost his way. He's lost his way. He's not my favorite filmmaker anymore. I was being a bit of a bitch. It's actually a very good film. I disagree with the comment here by Film Essentials. It's not the best film ever made, but it might just be the best superhero film ever made. Although technically he's not really a superhero, is he, Batman? Anyway, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Steve Law, Star Wars? Listen, guys, I really gave some softballs at the beginning, but you guys now are just going wild. Star Wars is overrated. Now, Steve Law, maybe in the comments you can let me know which Star Wars, because there's quite a few now. Disney taken over. There's a lot of Star Wars. I don't like it. But the original Star Wars, for me, is a bit of a nostalgic classic, and I actually do think it holds up. I think even now, in the good old year of the Lord of 2025, it still holds up. It does still hold up. I kind of disagree with this one, Steve Law, UK. I think it's still damn good. But which Star Wars film are you talking about? If you're talking about Return of the Jedi, maybe you got more of a case. Empire Strikes Back, you haven't got a case at all.
I love you.
I know.
Steve, just let me know which one, and then we can discuss in the comments over here. What do you guys think? Star Wars overrated? It's wild, isn't it? You guys are crazy. Now, this one's a little bit weird because it's coming from Star-Lord 7. Now, I don't know if this is actually Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been a little bit of a jealous so-and-so because of this.
I like you.
Dude, you absolutely ruined. You nearly got us all killed.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Calm down. Jesus, don't worry, she's fine. She just won an Oscar. But, yeah, I mean, Avengers? Wow. I mean, yeah. I don't know how to do this one. I actually think Infinity War is one of the greatest action movies, if not the best action movie ever made. I think Raid 1 and Infinity War are the two best. Now, the Raid 1 is easier, more accessible because it doesn't have this backstory that is, quite frankly, ridiculous. 10 years worth of backstory to get to Infinity War. So if people didn't like that film, I can understand. If you haven't seen the previous 10 or previous 10 years of films, then I understand why you wouldn't like it. But if you've seen the previous 10 films, watching Infinity War is an orgasm. It's an orgasm. I don't agree with this one. I'm sorry, don't agree with it. Another long name that I can't bother to say. So I'm going to say Spider-Man No Way Home. Ooh. You know, I'm going to give it a bit of leeway with this one. Not for you, but for Spider-Man No Way Home. It's not the best film ever made, for sure. But as a cinema-going experience, I kind of liked it. I don't often, woo! In a cinema screen. That's very ungentlemanly. But I did for this film, because I actually kind of liked it. It is very gimmicky. It is drawing on a lot of things that potentially, if you don't understand what's going on, you wouldn't enjoy. There's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of nostalgia. My God, that film's nostalgia. No Way Home. But I enjoyed it. And then I watched it at home and I enjoyed it again. I haven't seen it since I watched it at home 2-3 years ago. But I did enjoy it. So I don't think it's over. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is Spider-Man No Way Home overrated? I don't even think it's rated that highly by anyone to be overrated, but let me know in the comments. Shah of the Shine Box. Go home and get your fucking shine box. Now, if you know what that's from, let me know in the comments. Right. Tricky one. I have my problem with this film. I think it's overly silly. Overly silly. I get that's what the filmmakers do. I get that. But dildos? Like floppy dildos? Rocks that are talking to each other? Like it felt beyond surreal. It felt at times that we're being surreal for the sake of being surreal. Whereas if they just kept it kind of more streamlined and simple, I think it would be a masterpiece. Now, having said that, it won many Oscars, so I guess it is a masterpiece. I liked it, but it just went too silly at times for me. And yeah, I mean, I didn't check out, but the minutes when dildos are being used in fights, I don't really. Maybe someone can explain to me why dildos are being used in fights. I didn't get it. Maybe it's just some new age shit that my old age brain can't quite get on board with. Maybe it's some woke thing that my unwoke mind doesn't understand. I don't know what happened with the dildo thing. I've been talking about dildos what feels like an hour, so maybe I should stop talking about dildos. This video is going to definitely be demonetized. To my accountant, I'm so sorry.
$30,000 fucking dollars in one fucking month.
Morning, they're business expenses. Relax.
Business expenses? Look at this. $26,000 for one fucking dinner.
Listen, I don't know if it's overrated, but the dildo thing, what are we talking about dildos again for? Jesus. Let's move on. You guys and your names. Trusty Krusty. Trusty Krusty. What? Crazy. Love it. Every single Tom Cruise movie. Now that's just bullshit because Magnolia is a magnificent film, one of the best films ever made. So already we have debunked that argument, haven't we? So I do disagree fervently with every Tom Cruise movie. Not to mention the Mission Impossible one's really good. Interview with the Vampires, not too bad, I guess. I think better than not too bad. There's a few Tom Cruise movies that really hit the spot. If you're talking about his action stuff, I actually think some of them are pretty, the majority of them are damn good, quite frankly. Not feeling this one, but if you agree, let me know in the comments. Let me know. Lazy Northerner Productions says Space Odyssey 2001. Dude, out of all the comments so far, this one is the one that I just can't even understand. You're going to have to explain to me why you think that film's overrated. I happen to think it's maybe top 10 best films ever made. It's an experience, and I understand why people don't like it. The narrative is hardly there. The filmmaking is, but also quite wanky. And if there's no storyline and the filmmaking's kind of wanky, then, you know, you get what I mean. Like, you probably won't enjoy it if you don't like that kind of thing. I happen to think it's just one of the most glorious experiences. Like, I'm a filmmaker myself, and when I think of making films, I think of that. I think of how operatic the film is. It's a piece of art. It really is just tremendous. So I do disagree with this one. Russell Earn. Okay, Get Out. Yes, highly overrated. Don't think it's a masterpiece at all. Didn't think that at the time. Didn't think it 2 years ago. Don't think that now. I think it's a highly overrated film, for sure. Is it a bad film? It's not. I'm not a horror movie fan, so maybe I'm the wrong person to attribute any sort of value to this film. I think horror movies are pathetic. I don't find them scary at all.
Manner of ritual.
Speak not of it again!
What was that? Yeah. No, I'm not scared of anything. I'm a pretty strong and confident male, masculine dude. So, yeah. Listen, horror movies bore me to tears. I find them laughable. I find them pathetic. I find them quasi just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, I wonder what's in that house over there. I'm going to walk into that dark and mysterious house. No, don't go into the house, but I'll come with you. Okay, let's go into the dark, mysterious house. And die. Listen, horror movies are stupid. They're stupid. And Get Out is no different. Don't like it. Never did like it. The political message in the film, I mean, sure, whatever. And last but not least, we have two people who think Titanic is overrated. And you know what? You're absolutely right. It is overrated. Now, it's not a bad film. I only actually saw it recently, like 2018. Not a bad film at all. It's an actual masterwork by James Cameron. Absolute masterwork. Like, you think about it, this is like pre-super duper special effects. I mean, special effects were still damn good then. But just if you think about the level, the things they were doing in that film practically and with CGI, they could do that now like a piece of piss. You know, they could do a Titanic TV show and just knock it out the park. Back then, it was pretty much impossible. So technically, amazing. Amazing. As a film, as a storyline, as this allegory for the rich and the poor, and it also, come on, there's loads of space on that piece of wood. There's loads of space. He could have survived.
Jack have fit on that door at the end.
Oh my, that is.
Could you squeeze it?
He could have.
That face.
No comment. What's your attitude about that silly question after all these years?
I don't fucking know.
It's a really overrated film. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Listen, guys, that is it for this video. You guys are absolutely tremendous. Thank you so much for all your suggestions. I did one for actors as well, but I just realized I did a video about overrated actors like about a couple of months back, so there's no point in me doing another video about overrated actors. But I do have to point out just one thing, okay? Just one thing. There was about 20 people that said Timothée Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet is not overrated. He is not overrated at all. That's nonsense, absolute nonsense. He's actually the best actor of his generation. I'm saying it. He's the best actor of his generation. And believe me, in 10 years' time, you're going to think of this video when he's won about 3 Oscars. Believe me, the guy is so talented. It's ridiculous how talented he is. Anyway, that's it. Big love, you guys. Thank you so much. Look out for my posts because I'm going to ask some more questions, baby. Watch the videos. You guys are amazing. And I'll speak to you soon.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.